Hello, and welcome to my Act 27 Part 2 breakdown of Sailor Moon Crystal's Season 3. Normally, I would think of maybe a witty title, but today I don't have that because I really felt that we were literally given almost the same thing we were given last week. Not to call this act bad, because it by far was not. We've seen a lot worse acts with this show. I just felt it was a little boring. And what I mean by that is my biggest complaint, and it's an ironic complaint, was we got to see the four Interstellar Soldiers Planet Power again, Moon Cosmic Power again, when we already saw that last week, along with their introductions, and I just felt that that took a lot of time away from what could have been done. Overall, I feel that this act, or Act 27, didn't need the breakdown of two separate episodes. I really feel that on its own ground, it could have been fine as one, and that the final two acts, being 10 and 11 of the Infinity Arc, could have served as double episodes. So that was sort of my my biggest complaint about it. Was I just felt that the story kind of came to a little bit of a halt during the battle. Not to say it was bad, but I just felt that time could have been allotted to other things. However, I really did enjoy in the beginning of the act, we have Usagi and Chibi-Usa acting like sisters. I thought that was really, really cute. I love how Usagi, again, is jealous of Mamoru with Chibi-Usa. You know, it's very, very typical Usagi from the original anime and partly from the manga, so I thought that was pretty good to see. One thing that I felt that this act could have benefited from was having more development towards Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune, because just like in the original anime, Uranus and Neptune were in shadow, and here they're in shadow, they don't do anything. The Interstellar Soldiers do see them at the end of the battle, but Haruka and Michiru barely talk. They intersect when the Inners are outside of Mugen, and Michiru is playing the violin, which is Usagi hears while she's inside Mugen Academy. And besides having them come off as threatening to the girls, nothing really else happened to benefit them. And Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune don't even talk, so it's sort of a little boring in that regard, because I want these characters to do stuff, but we still have 11 more episodes of them to be excellent, or not 11, 10. 11. I can't do math. We have 11 more episodes. So I enjoyed like the really nice character development that we got of our main characters. That was great. I love the fact we got to see Hotaru. That was really, really nice. I don't know if any of you guys had subtitles that said "What the hell" when Chibi-Usa met Hotaru. I didn't like that. It doesn't go with her character at all. In fact, it was very much against the character, I would feel, for her to say something like that. She's just, not that that's a vulgar line, but I would say it's not something that she would normally say. One thing I really, really did enjoy, and I feel a lot of people here would, is we get to see all of the Witches 5 together. We get to see them talk to Kaori Knight. We get to see them sort of get into this competition mode to become a Magnus, which is really cool, which is what Kaori Knight is, because now they want to defeat the Interstellar Soldiers. So I thought that was really cool. I thought the introduction of the Witches was really nice. I like seeing Hotaru here. I like seeing Chibi-Usa say Moon Prism Power for the first time. There are many, many positive things about this act that I enjoyed, so I have a feeling a lot of you like those as well. And of course, just the cute little bits between Chibi-Usa and Usagi and Mamoru. Also, I like when Chibi-Usa was on the roller coaster and she lost her hat, and she goes, you know, I'll go get it, don't worry about it, to a friend, and then Momo goes and tells Mamoru, and he like flips out, you know, he's being parental, which I like that as well. Another great thing to like is you get to see Moon Spiral Heart Attack for the first time. I thought that looked fantastic. I liked how it's different from the original anime's version of Moon Spiral Heart Attack, but I like how some of the audio effects are quite similar. So that was really, really nice as well. So I like the Witches 5, I like Moon Spiral Heart Attack. Like I said, many things to like. One thing I want to note is I don't understand how Minako can sense when she's being watched when she's in her civilian identity, but when she's a Sailor Venus, she can't sense the Witches 5 watching them and Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune watching them. It doesn't make any sense that her ability to sense gets halted when she's as a sailor. If anything, it should be heightened, and she should be like, I'm sensing 5 auras above me and 2 auras on my side. Like let's go after these guys. I really did like how the Witches 5 watched them during the battle. I thought the battle was really cool, especially how it was kind of comical, but at the same time really intense. I thought the cat diamond looked very, very powerful and really scary looking. I also really liked how we get to see Love Me Chain, Sparkling White Pressure, Aqua Mist, and Burning Mandala remastered. Now, granted, Aqua Mist was never in the original anime, but Sparkling White Pressure, Burning Mandala, and Venus Love Me Chain were all very reminiscent to how they looked in the 90s anime, which, again, is a very nice perk to see. Also, when Usagi transformed into the Mugen student, I loved how all the girls had different reactions, but Rei had the best one where she's like, "You look great, Usagi," again, showing a very, very strong connection between the two of them. And overall, I don't have that much more to say about it. I say it's a strong episode for sure. I just felt that the transformations and introductions took away time, and I really wish Uranus and Neptune did something. I guess, oh wait, one more thing. I really did love the scene when Usagi is wandering through Mugen, and they start hearing the violin, and then it stops, and Usagi has this confrontation with Michiru, and she says how her eyes kind of glare at her, like she doesn't understand why she's looking at her like this, and could Michiru and Haruka be enemies, at least in their sailor forms, because they don't know who they are yet. So I really did like that. And I guess another thing to note is I also really like how Makoto seems to have a connection to the wind, just like Haruka does. Normally, in the original anime, Makoto didn't have any real connection to the wind, so I like that she's able to use the wind to sense things as well. So overall, I think the act is strong, and it helped our characters move on as they should in their growth, which is great. I just wish Haruka and Michiru did a little bit more, and I was really happy to see Hotaru for the first time, but she did go unnamed, so I'm curious to see when she's going to go on Hotaru Tomo. So it's a strong episode, but I think it could have been tweaked just a little bit. So share your thoughts about this act in the comments below. I appreciate you guys checking in to my review and reaction of it, and we'll talk really soon about SMC Act 28 next week. Hopefully Uranus and Neptune will actually do something. Bye, guys.